Hello everyone, welcome to my love lecture series. I hope you remember our previous classes. We have started with company meetings. We have started with categories of company meeting, and I hope you remember the various categories. And we have finished this annual general meeting. So today we are going to start with extraordinary general meeting. So here originally, company meetings are classified into four: shareholders meeting, board meetings, meetings of debenture holders, and meetings of creditors. So here shareholders meetings are classified into three: it's AGM, EGM, of course, class meeting. So here today we are going to start with EGM, extraordinary general meeting. The meaning of AGM is specified in section 42. So here, AGM means which is not an annual general meeting. I hope you know the meaning of annual general meeting, which means at every year, at every regular period, the company will organize one general meeting called annual general meeting. So, extraordinary general meeting will not be considered as annual general meeting, which is extra from general meetings. Such meetings are called for in between the two AGM. So, in between the two AGM, if the company called for another meeting, and such meetings are called extraordinary general meeting. So, this is the simple meaning of AGM. So the thing here is who can call for extraordinary general meeting in a company? ಯಾರು ಇಂಥ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಇದರ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ EGM can be classified into four categories. The first one, the EGM called by directors on their own. So the first step is from the directors. The directors will call for AGM. The second one, it will be called by the directors, but the request is from the members. After getting request from the members, the board of directors will call for meeting. And the third option is by the requisitionists themselves. So here, board of directors is eliminated. Requisitionists themselves will call for AGM. And the last option is by tribunal. The court will conduct or the court will call for extraordinary general meeting. So let us see one by one these things. So here, extraordinary general meeting by the directors on the requisition from the members. So here, after getting request from the members, board of directors will call for meeting. So in such situation, so while giving a request to directors, so they should mention the object of meeting. So it's not the annual general meeting, so there will not be a specified or the fixed object or the fixed objective or the focus. Fixed agenda is not there. So here extraordinary general meeting ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ that should be specified in the request. Signing and deposit. So here they should deposit the request with the registrar. So registrar of the company. So registrar of the company ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. And it should be signed by the board of directors as well as the requisitionist. ಅವರ requisitionist ಅವರು ಸೈನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪನೀಸ್ಗೆ ಅವರ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸಬ್ಮಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. And the third point is board to call the meeting within 45 days. So here you can see 21 plus 21. That means the request should be submitted to registrar, and after 21 days, they should intimate the board of directors to take action. And within 21 days, the board of directors has to call for the meeting. ರಿಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನಿಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ಗೆ ಏನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಾದ ನಂತರ 21 ಡೇಸ್ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಿತಿನ್ again 21 days the board of directors has to conduct a meeting. So it is 21 plus 21, so 42 days time will be there to conduct AGM. So 42 days plus 3 days for the communications. So in total 45 days. Within 45 days they should conduct the meeting after getting a request from the requisitionist. And the number of members, the quorum, the minimum number of members for the meeting is 1 by 10. At least 10% of the members should be present in the meeting. Otherwise, the meeting gets cancelled. So you should remember these four aspects with related to the AGM, wherein which is called by the directors but requested by the members. And here, extraordinary general meeting by the requisitionists themselves. So here, there is no role of board of directors. So entire AGM is called by the requisitionists and conducted by themselves. So under this, you should remember some points here. Called and held by extraordinary meeting within 3 months. So here, members can call for extraordinary general meeting within 3 months. Called and held. So ಒಂದು ಸಲ AGM ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ requisitionist, within 3 months they have to complete the process. So that is the first requirement. So they can claim the expenses from the company. Entire AGM na conduct ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ expenses ಆಯ್ತು, that can be claimed from the company, and the company has to deduct the amount from the director's remuneration. So this point you should remember, because directors failure to conduct AGM. So for that reason, the entire expenses should be charged from directors' remuneration. So here the fault is from the directors, so they have to pay for the loss to the company. Legal right. The shareholders have the right to requisition the AGM meeting will be cancelled. So the shareholders has the right even to cancel the AGM. Cancellation of meeting. If the quorum is not present within half an hour of meeting, first half an hour of meeting. So within first half an hour of meeting, if they fail to maintain the quorum, that means which is less than 10% of members. So 10% of members reach ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆದರೆ the entire meeting will be gets cancelled. So these 4 points you should remember. Extraordinary general meeting by the requisitionists themselves. When the board of directors fail to conduct such meeting, requisitionists themselves can conduct the meeting, but the expenses should be charged from the directors. And the last one, extraordinary general meeting by the tribunal or the company law board. So here the directors fail to conduct the meeting, and even the members fail to request for AGM. So here tribunal or the company law board will conduct the meeting. So it will be under these three situations. So here company law board or the tribunal will conduct the meeting on its own motion. That means if the tribunal wishes to conduct such meeting, they can conduct the meeting on its own, on the request of directors. Even the directors failure to conduct the meeting, and the directors can request the tribunal to conduct the meeting, and on the request of members. Members failure to conduct the meeting, but they can request the tribunal to conduct the meeting. So under these three situations, so extraordinary general meeting can be conducted by the tribunal. And the reason for these three situations are here. So if the registered office is closed, so under this situation, either the directors or the members cannot hold the meetings. So under this situation, ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯುನಲ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. ಅವರ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ಡ್ ಆಫೀಸಿಗೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ, ಅಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯುನಲ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಲಾ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. And the second one, disputes among the members as to the legal director to call the meeting. So directors are there in the meeting, but the authority to call EGM. So that is the disputed aspect. So if it is a situation, the tribunal will call for the meeting. No duly constituted director to call the meeting. Either directors ನ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಅವರ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಅವರ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಂಥ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯುನಲ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಕೇಸ್, the last option here. The first option, directors will conduct the AGM. The second option, on the request of requisitionists or the members, the directors will conduct the meeting. And the third option, without directors, the requisitionists themselves will conduct the meeting. And the last option is the tribunal. So it's like your classes management. So for example, in a class management, the first ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಪ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನ ಯಾರು ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಪ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ ಎನಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೆಪ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮೇಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರೇ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟಾಫ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಟ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್. ಸೊ ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. Here is a small quiz for you. Let me know how you understood the concept. Extraordinary meeting means, yes, not a general meeting. It's the meeting conducted in between the two AGM. Extraordinary meeting defined under section. Yes, I hope you can recall the things. And the third one, 4 categories of extraordinary meetings are. Here the answer is conducted by the directors, conducted by the directors but on the request of the members, and here requisitionists themselves and by the tribunal or company law. Quorum for extraordinary meeting is, yes, it's 1/10 or 10% of the members. And here the company has to deduct the claim of conducting AGM from dash remuneration. So from whom these expenses should be claimed by the company? Yes, it's the directors. Suppose that the directors failed to conduct AGM, so it is the fault of directors. So the claim should be made by directors' remuneration. AGM can be called by tribunal under following conditions. Of course, I hope you can able to recall the 3 major things here. Yes, so today we learned regarding extraordinary general meeting. So we have started with the company meeting, and in today's class we have learned extraordinary general meeting. Thank you for watching. Take care and happy learning.